Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I am popping in here this morning kind of as a surprise. I actually posted a couple of days ago about those cute little deconstructed nativity ornaments, those glass ornaments, and asked if you might be interested. And I got some hilarious gifts and some yes please and some thumbs up. So I just wanted to pop in here. I'm actually making another batch of them to give some as gifts. So I thought I will just invite you in and we'll just go through it quickly. I won't take a lot of your time and we'll get started. So if you have been watching any of these live, you know that I've been having trouble with Facebook even showing me that anyone is here. I have no idea if it's because I'm inside a group and it's not wanting to show me who's here, but keep trying, girls. Give me a thumbs up, give me a wave, tell me that you're here, something. So I will kind of keep an eye on the comments and hopefully somebody's there. We're a small group, so I know everybody's busy and a lot of you are at work, so you catch the replay and that is okay too. So give me a hashtag replay if you're watching this after the fact. So we'll go ahead and get started. I hope everybody is enjoying these busy weeks leading up to Christmas. If you have your Christmas shopping done, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. I'm doing better this year than I have in past years. But anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying this crazy busyness. I know, especially for moms, making it magical can be kind of tough. So anyway, we're having a good time. We're right in the thick of Christmas concerts and end of the semester kinds of things. So it's all fun, but I'm going a little crazy. I don't know about anybody else, but okay, first thing you want to start with, I just had a leftover bin. I'm sure I got these on sale because that's just kind of the way I do things. Just a plain old glass bulb ornament. This one is glass. The Dollar Tree is famous for selling usually the bigger one. I'm going to hold it up. This is what I would consider, let's see, the box says a 3-inch ornament. So you can see Dollar Tree usually sells a little bit bigger. This one doesn't have a measurement. I'm guessing it's easily 4 inches. And then last season, they sold these cute little guys. So just for size comparison, you can see it really does not matter. If you have some of those laying around or you see one at the Dollar Tree, I really recommend that depending on how many you're going to make. I just had this bin of 9 of them. So, oh, I'm sorry, 6 of them are in this, but use what you have. Always use what you have. I'm going to do glass today. This is one of the simplest projects. It's very, you know how I like to do things as economically as possible. You probably have a lot of this stuff already laying around. Really and truly, you hear me say I use scraps a lot. This is a scrap of cream-colored burlap that I have. This is a snip of just some raffia ribbon. So it's like that hay type of ribbon. I did create the card with the little poem on it. I'll tell you about that in just a second. And then I have the Bible verse, John 3:16, that I just had some leftover, almost like, it looks almost like parchment kind of paper laying around. So I just printed, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I was able to fit like 9 or 10 of the same verse on one 8.5 by 11. So it does lots of ornaments. And then a scrap piece of heat transfer glitter vinyl. I'll also tell you about this in just a minute. This is what makes the crown for baby Jesus. So if you haven't seen the ornament, you may have to scroll back. I should have made one before I got on here, but like I said, I just am doing a batch of them this morning and thought I'll just turn the camera on and show you what I'm making. So anyway, first thing that you want to do is take your ornament and just pop the little top off. And actually, I am going to, I told you how technical it gets around here. I'm just going to get a drinking glass and set my ornament in that so it's a little easier to work with. And then take your raffia. Please do not feel like you have to get even sections. This is going to be the hay that is representative of what was in the manger, the evening of Jesus's birth. So I usually take about 2 inches, take a little snip of that, and I like it to look like it's been kind of trampled on, like it would probably have been in the manger. So I just kind of squish it around like this and start with just a little and feed it into the top of your ornament. That looks a little skimpy to me, so I'm going to take another little bundle and do another snip. Okay, same kind of thing. I just kind of mush it around so it looks like it's a little more believable. Feed that into the top, and actually I'm going to just go ahead and do the rest since I have it. Okay, there is our hay. Pretty simple. I usually like to fill about the bottom third of the bulb with that. Okay, next thing that we're going to do is baby Jesus's blanket. I like the real fibrous, textury burlap simply because I think it's probably a little more indicative of what some of the textiles would have been like 2,000 years ago. So I cut roughly about 1.5 inches square. I'll hold it up here in a minute. You guys already know I don't do a lot of measuring, and that's okay. Just eyeball it. If you're gonna make a bunch of them, go ahead and lay your ruler out so everything looks pretty uniform. And trim a little bit more. Okay, so you end up with just kind of a square. Because of the weave of the burlap, oops, and I didn't cut the side that has the selvages, so I'm gonna trim that. Because it's burlap, I just come in here and I get a hold of a couple of the little strings and work your way around the blanket. I want it to have a little bit of a frayed appearance. So just pull your strings till you get kind of the look that you're going for. Okay, so that's about what I want. I like the ivory just to keep it really simple. Pick any color. Again, you probably have scrap fabric laying around, so cut a little snip of that. So just roll it just enough to get it to pass through the mouth of the ornament, and then it just drops right on top of the hay. Okay, then the next thing that we're gonna do, again, I just had some scrap sparkly gold heat transfer vinyl. I'm gonna cut about a 1/4 inch section thick. Okay, so a really thin strip by about 2.5 inches. And if you're not familiar, I'm sorry, my nose is itching. Someone must be thinking about me. It looks like I have 4 people on. So say hi if you can. I cannot see comments right now. I don't know why Facebook is being ornery. But if you have not worked with heat transfer vinyl, this is the part that sticks to fabric, so any decals and things on shirts, and it has what's called a carrier sheet, which is just clear plastic. I leave that on for this part, and I just come and I cut a little bit of a scallop pattern with my scissors, and I'll show you up close here in just a second. Okay, so this, it almost looks like waves. That is going to be the little peaks of Jesus's crown. And just cut till you get to the end. And keeping that carrier sheet on there is easier for the trimming. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like. It looks like little ocean waves. Now I go ahead and I just peel off the carrier, and then I roll it around and find where, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, guys. Basically, I'm taking my 2 ends and I'm gonna roll it to where the waves match. Oops, and that's very tiny. And I'm doing this backwards. So see where it kind of comes together and the waves match. I just pinch that, take my hot glue and just put a little dab of glue, and you will burn yourself because it's such a small area to work with, so be careful. And just glue the ends of your crown together. Let's give it just a second to set up. I have a little overhang I'm going to trim. And it's flimsy, but that's okay because we are going to need it again to pass through the mouth of the ornament. So here is Jesus's tiny little crown. Isn't it cute? And because it's vinyl, see, I can bend it, but then it kind of pops back to its round shape. Now, if you don't have vinyl laying around, if you have gold cardstock or pipe cleaners, you could even make a little crown with a gold sparkly pipe cleaner. Use your imagination on this. I just had this, so this is what I use. So same thing, I'm gonna pass it through the mouth, and it's gonna fall as it falls, and that's okay. This is called a deconstructed nativity scene for a reason. It's not meant to look perfect and everything in its place, because can you imagine Mary on that Christmas Eve, what her day was like? I bet there was nothing organized about that. So anyway, that's the intended look. Now, last thing that goes on the inside is the Bible verse, John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him may not perish, but may have life everlasting. So that's the verse that I chose to put in here. Pick any that you like or leave it out if you don't want that either. But I want, again, kind of an aged look. So I'll do it this way so you can see. I'm actually going to tear along the edges. Oop, I don't want to tear my text. I have to watch this part. I want to tear along my edges to give it kind of that old world look that goes with the overall theme of our ornament. And I'll tear down the other side. Just don't tear your letters. And I'll show you the edge once I get it all torn. I like it all irregular. Okay. All right, this is what you end up with. See how it has that nice torn edge? Oh, there it focused. It has that nice torn edge. I really like that. Now I'm going to roll this on just a marker or a pencil with the words facing out. So probably just like you did crafts in elementary school, roll that paper along your pencil and just give it a little bit of a twist so it gets that scroll look to it, okay? Just like this. Every one of them is going to turn out differently, I'll just tell you right now. And I kind of pull it and tighten it. That's about the look I want. Now, once it's off the pencil, go ahead and roll it again. So it just fits inside the mouth of the ornament. So slide it in, and there you go. So we've got our Bible verse, we've got our crown, our hay, and our blanket all inside, okay? So go ahead and put your ornament topper back together. Just pop it right back on. Oh, I bent one of the little things here. Give me just a second. Well, it's being stubborn. Okay, so my topper's back on. Oh, it looks like we have 6 people. Hey, everybody, good morning. I still can't see you, but I'm glad you're here. It just shows me that there's 6, so good morning to everybody. Okay, last thing that we're gonna do is take our card, and I love this, and this is my surprise of the day. I am giving this as a gift to you. So here after the video, I'm gonna be posting it inside the group. So you are welcome to print it yourself and use it if you decide to make these ornaments for a church group, for school group, neighbor gifts. This is my gift to you, is this. So here is, oh, and I have a phone call coming here. Okay, here is what it looks like, and I will read it to you. It says, a tuft from his blanket, straw from his bed, a spot of frankincense dabbed on his head. The little baby Jesus, asleep on the hay, grew up to be our Savior and will return again someday. From lowly beginnings to a crown and a throne, our kind, blessed Jesus is light, love, and home. And then across the bottom it says, he is the reason for the season. So what I'm going to do there, actually I skipped one little step. Because this is a dark navy kind of night sky blue, I picked a dark navy blue ribbon to be the cord that the ornament hangs from. So cut about a 10-inch section and feed it through the loop on your ornament. You guys have made Christmas ornaments before, I'm sure. You know how to do this. But go ahead and get yourself a double knot with about 2.5 to 3 inch hanging space. And then you know how I like to cut my ribbon on angles. I'm going to go ahead and give it a snip. And that gives a little bit of color to the ornament, but I like the deep midnight kind of blue with that. So there's what that looks like. So next thing is take your card. You can punch a hole anywhere you want because the North Star, or Star of the East, is at the top. I offset my hole to one side, so I just have a hole punch. So just punch a hole. You may decide not to attach the card to the ornament, and that's okay too. I do that because it's something that I'm going to give as a gift, but you could put it next to the ornament if you're at a craft fair or something like that with it. So next thing is just feed a small piece of twine. I do it not out of the ribbon in case they want to eventually separate the card from the ornament, and then come back through the same loop at the top of your ornament and just loosely bring the card up near the top where the loop is and tie just a double knot. Try not to break your ornament. And then I snip that really close. So this is what you end up with. And it's just a really pretty presentation. You could find a pretty piece of tissue paper in a gift bag to give it that way. Secret Santa, this would be a fun one, just to hang on a door handle at work or something like that. So this is the completed piece, and it was very, very easy. I talked a lot. I promise it only takes about 2 minutes to make one when you get them going. So anyway, look for in the group after this, this card. It's my gift to you. It's printed on cardstock just to give it a little bit of body, but feel free to use it. I just ask that you don't eventually sell it or do something like that, but it's my gift to you for the Christmas season. So I hope everybody's doing well. What's everybody working on? Are you hand making Christmas gifts? Are you buying? Are you doing a combination? If you are, share what projects you've been doing. Mary, I know that if you're watching that you are making things, if I know you. Lupita, probably same thing with you. So share if you girls are up to fun things. Let us know what you're doing. So anyway, one last thing that I wanted to say before I let you go today. I have decided for husbands that maybe, not only husbands, if girlfriends or co-workers, anything like that, I've decided to let people give a gift of joining We Can Glue It for Christmas. If you're kind of looking for something for that person that's really hard to buy for, I created a gift certificate that you can give a whole year to We Can Glue It as a gift, and they'll get a nice gift certificate. Can either be emailed and you can print it and give it to them that way, or it can be emailed directly to somebody if you don't live in the same place, and it will actually have a unique code on it that is only a one-time use that's only for the recipient that will get them in for a whole year. So anyway, stay tuned on that. I'll give you guys first info like always if you're interested or know somebody that might want to join us in here. I'm doing it as a gift thing for the season. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Have a good day. Post and let us know what you're up to, and drink lots of eggnog. It's sugar cookie season. Do what you have to do to get through the holidays, but enjoy. And there's blessings everywhere, every day, and I hope you're seeing them. So have a great day, guys. See you soon. Bye.